Hello, welcome to this edition of ECN Hard Truth. And this is the first edition that we are holding in the year 2026. Coach Ojukwu, you are welcome and Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year to you too.
Thank you very much. And this edition happens to be the first. And we want to say a very big Happy New Year to our numerous viewers and subscribers. With me, as usual, Ojukwu is here, and we are going to take an history of the AFCON 2025 that just ended in Morocco, the aftermath and the fallouts. Ojukwu, were you satisfied with the fallout with the AFCON 2025?
If you ask me whether I like the organization, I will say yes. The Moroccans were well organized in the area of organization and the infrastructures on ground that enabled the team that came to play a good football. But in terms of the attitude, I tell you, I brought them down to below 40%. The
attitude is the attitude of the fans or the organizers?
Attitude of the fans that I saw in Morocco was nothing to write home about. Where the fans, they cheer, but any little thing, you see them reacting negatively. Look at what happened between Senegal match and Morocco. Go back and view it and do cross-checking. You see how the fans reacted. The one that surprised me most was Hakimi throwing the goalkeeper's towel at his own sporting behavior.
Ojukwu, the goalkeepers, is that thing juju or voodoo? What do we call it? The towel that we saw it with Nwabali, where two of his towels were stolen in quotes, and against Mendy also, to the extent the thing degenerated. Will you say it's something like juju, or do that these goalkeepers they will use to ensure that goals don't pass them, or what?
Nigeria don't believe in juju. The towel you saw the goalkeepers holding, they played the match during the winter instead of summer. It was raining all through, and the goalkeepers were using that towel as a way of cleaning their hands and the ball to avoid slippery. Our goalkeeper Ngwaogu cannot do juju. He can't. The goalkeeper Mendy cannot use juju. But the Moroccan fans felt that there was juju in the towel.
Yeah.
That was what caused the negative reaction.
But was there any goal when they removed it?
There was no goal. There was no goal.
That shows that there is nothing attached to the towel.
Nothing attached to it.
Okay. Now, you talked about Hakim throwing away the towel of Mendy.
Yes.
What do you think, as a professional player and that career, African best player of the year 2025, descending so low? Don't you think that is to ridicule himself?
Why not? When we are looking at the aftermath of what happened in Morocco, especially on the area of Senegal, attitude for walking out from the field, we should equally look at what happened in the area of Moroccan fans and the players. For a player of that high level coming down to throw goalkeeper's towel away, it's all sporting behavior, and it needs to be fanned, if not banned.
Now, somebody called me this morning and said, Odogu, if CAF and FIFA are threatening to sanction Senegal, that they should not forget Morocco. Are you subscribing to that also?
There is no way they will not find Senegal, because that attitude was uncalled for. You don't walk away from match. It's uncalled for. They walked away, thereby bringing the competition to disrepute. So there's no way they will not get banned or fined. But it's not in such a way that the thing will deprive them of opportunity of going to the World Cup. Some people are speculating. So they will be banned or fined, according to the article I've read. What I'm saying in that sense is that it should not be restricted to Senegal alone. they should go inwards and find out other reactions that followed. Because actions leads to reactions. So reactions did not come without actions. So they should look inwards before they take any drastic action.
Fallout of the AFCON. Senegal walked out because they felt that they were being cheated.
Yes.
And it boils down to something else. Before the tournament, I saw a petition. Before the final, I saw a petition from Senegal.
Yes.
Where they were complaining of the way they were being treated.
Yes.
Before the final match. Don't you think that before the Senegalese came into the pitch, they had a mindset already that they were going to be cheated in that tournament?
Why not? The Senegalese officials must have watched Nigerian match with Morocco. They might have equally watched Cameroonian match with Morocco. They might have equally watched Comoros and Tanzania match with Morocco and find out how Morocco behaved. So with that in mind, and they went into the play, what do you expect? Any reaction, they know that they want to do the same similar thing to them. So for them, they believe that they will be cheated. That will lead to the action that leads to reaction, because they had it in mind.
Morocco was desperate.
It's a desperate host. Look at what happened when they hosted the Female Nations Cup. Look at the lighting issue on the eyes of Nigerian players and the way the fans reacted. So because they have facilities to host, they are trying to grab everything because they have everything, but they don't know how to host to win. They are making it in such a way that every host must win. So they want to win. It's not a must. It's not a must.
Well, the winning should have been a compensation for hosting. Don't you think so?
No, you don't do such a thing. Let it not be like what happened between Nigeria and Ivory Coast in Abidjan. Ivory Coast hosted to win. That's where I indicted the organization, those that organized the Nations Cup, the previous ones, between Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire in the finals. You see, a similar thing happened. There was an infringement we referee did not see. And the match went on above 5 minutes. Nigeria was almost scored, or they have equally scored. They cancelled Nigerian goal.
That was against South Africa.
Against
South Africa. That was against South Africa in, I think, the semi-final. Yeah?
No, that's how Ivory Coast equalized.
Okay.
That's how they equalized. Then they blew foul against Nigeria.
Okay, South Africa was a penalty.
It's a penalty.
Yeah, Nigeria scored and they came back to
They did it for Cote d'Ivoire to win. And immediately they scored that penalty against us. They came up and went ahead to defeat Nigeria. So along the line, CAF is supporting the hosting to win. That's how I say it.
I don't think that CAF is supporting the hosting to win. I believe that the teams were also prepared to win. For instance, you won't take anything away from the Moroccans. They were a good team and they were playing good football up to the finals. Yes, playing at home put a lot of pressure on you, and they were out to win and to show their government. Remember, before the Nations Cup, there were crises in Morocco, protests, where the youths were going around protesting that their government is laying too much emphasis on football and leaving other sectors unattended to. I think in order to prove a point, that is why the players came all out and the organizers wanted to favor them one way or the other. For minus the referee angle, I don't see anything that deprived Morocco the opportunity because they had a good team. I don't know your own opinion on it.
Equally, other African countries have good teams that can equally win the cup. Nigeria, for instance. If you tell me that Morocco is well prepared, I will not say no, because more or less they play European type of football, and most of the players are playing in Europe. and the weather, culture, and everything of Europe. There was a time they even apply to play at the European level instead of African level. So in terms of organization, I kudos to them. But hosting to win is the bane of everything. From beginning, depriving some countries opportunity of having access to transportation, reporting late to camp, and other things, even training pitch, depriving them access to training pitch. It's uncalled for. Is it hard to host the World Cup because they're bidding to host the World Cup along with Portugal and all the rest? Is it hard to host? If you want to host, forget any other thing, whether you win or not, and host. What matters most is image. You don't prepare to host to win, and you battered your image. It has become a record that the match hosted in Morocco was an eyesore. It's a record. It's an eyesore, whether you like it or not. You imagine a country playing the finals, walk away from the field of play. It's an eyesore, final level.
We'll come to that. We'll come to that.
Came back. So I'm telling you, Morocco has a long way to go.
Well, if Morocco was desperate to win, a country that finished fourth in the 2022 World Cup, and they are hosting, when they came to the AFCON 2023, 1 year after, they were knocked out. I think they didn't even pass the first round.
Yes.
Now, hosting, and you are telling me that they are so desperate to win. Remember, in this modern football, Morocco, despite all their effort in the world, has never won the AFCON. They won last in 1976, and that was when there were 4 or 5 countries playing till today. So if they are desperate, desperation can lead you to do something that will give you success. So I don't blame them, because they are investing their money and they want to get to what they want. So blaming them of desperation to win or what have you, I don't blame Morocco. But if you are desperate to win, you must do it the right way. Things must be properly done. There must be fair play. Even the organizers, people started reacting. We started having a problem at match venue because it seems the teams started seeing monkey finger inside the tournament. They started noticing that it seems as if they want to favor the host. Now, coming to the final, the fallout. Article 64 of CAF rulebook says a team refuses to play or leaves the ground before the regular end of the match without the authorization of the referee shall be considered a loser and shall be eliminated from the tournament from the tournament. Morocco, Senegal walked away for 20 minutes, and in the rule book, for you to walk away means you have lost. Now, if we look at it, even in the normal local football we play here, a grace of 15 minutes, but Senegalese were given 20 minutes. Do you think that CAF only managed the situation we were faced at that point?
That was exactly what I'm saying here. That CAF played along. As far as the Nations Cup is concerned, they played along. Within that 15 minutes, they were supposed to have given the call off the match and gave the trophy to the host. They didn't do it. They waited up to 20 minutes. And the Senegal came back and played the match. So you will not consider they walked away, because the match was concluded and the trophy was.
Were you aware that the referee blew a whistle?
Okay, the same referee that blew the whistle.
Yes.
The same referee that organized.
Don't you
that
think?
Finished up the match.
Don't you think that
the referee has indicted himself by continuing the match again?
Before the Senegalese walked into the pitch,
yes,
the referee blew the whistle.
For what for?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
So, by my assessment, Senegal cannot be regarded as a loser. So far, they came up and finished up the game on a good note and picked their trophy home. So the trophy is their own. What the FIFA CAF stand to do is just to find them for that unsporting behavior. But that trophy cannot be retrieved back because they finish up their match.
Ojukwu, as a coach, will you walk your players out of the match?
As a coach, having known the rules and regulation guiding the competition all over the world, I will not walk away.
What do you expect FIFA to do to Senegalese coach?
Well, the Senegalese coach was wrong by asking the players to go out of the field. He will equally receive a fine or ban. That's what the rule says.